Ireland in the 1800s was a place of famine, a place of poverty, a place where being in prison sometimes meant being better fed than out on the streets. Yes, this was Ireland, and this was Kilmainham Jail, at a time when children as young as 5 were imprisoned for virtually nothing other than the crimes of being homeless and hungry. The prison records from this time make a grim reading. Here are just 3. There were many, many more. Year 1828, James Gallagher, age 11. Crime, stealing a rope. Sentence, 4 weeks in jail and to be whipped 4 times. Year 1839, A.C.T. Kelly, age just 8. Crime, stealing a cloak. Sentence, 5 months in jail. Year 1847, James McCormack, age 10. Crime, stealing parsnips. Sentence, 40 days in prison with hard labour. Our short play tonight tells a story of 2 of the most populated periods of the prison's history, 1849 and 1916. How these 2 are linked is explained towards the end of the play, but it is not a political play and as such seeks to take no sides, just merely to tell a story. As you will see, the stage has been reduced down to 8 foot times 8 foot, or 64 square feet. In Kilmainham Jail in 1849, the cell would have measured just 50 square feet, and this would have held 5 or more children, with just a candle for light and heat, and a bucket for a toilet. Conditions were bad. All the children in tonight's play, apart from 1, actually existed, and were imprisoned in Kilmainham for the crimes mentioned in the play. The other, Molly, is the antagonist or baddie if you like, and as such the author did not want to associate her with any real person, albeit historical. The later part of the play sees another convict enter, and as with the children, he also existed and was indeed executed in the prison after the Easter Rising in 1916. Axmouth Children's Theatre are very proud to present Paul Sherman, Kilmainham Kids.
Hungry feeling came o'er me stealing, and the mice they were squealing in my prison cell, and the old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. To begin the morning, a screw was bawling. Get up, you bowsy, and clean out your cell. And the old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal.
Come on, me beauties, it's time to rise up and greet the beautiful Dublin morning.
Oh, come on, it's still night.
Up, you scum! You saw the devil clean that yourself. Come on! Every last rat drop in.
To be sure, you have a way with words, Mr. Roach.
you. They don't tolerate tears in Kilmainham Jail.
Leave her alone. Come here, Margaret.
Young Ellen's coughing don't sound too good to me, Roach.
You're not getting soft-hearted on these miserable vagrants, are you, Ratty?
I am not a vagrant.
I thought that was why you was in here, Patrick McCarthy. Vagrancy.
You will not refer to me as a vagrant.
And what will you do about it, boy?
Leave the lad alone, will you, Roach?
Come on! Get cleaning! Or starvation rations.
No change there then.
Watch it, John Lane. You're too much the comedian, I'm thinking.
It's in me blood, Mr. Roach.
And stealing potatoes, is that in your blood too?
That's going to perfect, Mr. Rafferty. You see, I got caught. That's why I'm in here.
You don't seem to have got the message, Sunshine.
On the contrary, it's you who haven't got the message. I don't clean.
Oh, you don't? And would you like telling me what sets you apart from everybody else?
I'm a soldier.
Oh, you're a soldier, are you, young Daniel Santry? Well, I don't think you last a day in any man's army.
Of course I would.
Would you clean a rifle?
Yes,
Would you clean a bayonet blade?
of course I would.
Would you grease and clean a cannon?
All that and more.
Then clean out your rotten self. When I go back to this disgusting flea, I'll bet me spotless. Or else.
How can you make a flea hole spotless, for heaven's sake? Flea holes are notoriously spotted.
Go talk some sense, can't you?
Excuse me?
You're a mouth, no action, you.
I don't see you doing much, Molly O'Brien, when the screws pushing us around.
I'm above all that. I have a home and parents. Not like you losers. Losers and vagrants.
I will not be called a vagrant.
Yeah, you said so. But you're in here for vagrancy. Roach said.
Yes, vagrancy. Can you believe it? I have a sister, Juliet, who's 12, and a brother, Damien, 6. What will happen to them now? Juliet's a sensible girl, but that's no age to be looking after a 6-year-old now, is it?
Do they not have a place to stay?
Yes, that's my point. Besides, a vagrant is a person without a home who lives by begging. I've never begged in my life.
That's alright then, isn't it?
It's Juliet who does the begging. With Damien with her, they've got the keep factor, see?
And where is this home you say you have?
It's a little tin shack on a building site. At night, the workmen have gone home.
Margaret, will you get away from that girl? You might catch something.
She's okay, Daniel. It's only a cough.
I'm your older brother and you do as I say. Now get here.
I wish I had someone to look after me in such a brotherly fashion.
Roach is right, you're too much the comedian.
That's me, John Lane by name, insane by nature. That's what my friends would say, if I had any. But I have an old head on my shoulders, sure I do. Not sure I've got it, but I've had it since I was about 4.
Well, I like you, John Lane. You make me laugh. You cheer me up. Joker. Yes, make us laugh some more.
Well,
Don't encourage him.
do you want to hear the biggest joke of all? Well, do you?
No, but you're gonna tell us, aren't you?
No, not if you don't want to hear it.
I want to hear, John. So do I.
Okay, it's not majority, but I'll do it. The biggest joke of all was me being here when all I did was take a lousy few potatoes. For to be precise, I felt this rough hand on my shoulder that put me off the stroke, see? So it did. Barely got to number 5. The farmer handed me over to the police. 10 days. That's more than 2 days of spud. You do the maths.
It's 2.5 days of spud. Oh, for pity's sake.
And I have to do hard labour for what? Look, it's John Lane the navvy, look. Don't get muscles like this from Kilmainham grub. Be ironic if picking potatoes was hard labour. Now there's a word you don't often hear at 12-year-old use. Ironic. Anyways, I think that's enough from me.
Say that again.
Well, I said that, I think that's enough.
Shut it!
Are you alright?
She's alright. She's just playing sympathy vote.
Leave her alone. She's clearly not well. Do you want me to call the screws? Get you some water or something?
No, thank you. I think I'll be alright.
Why did they put you in here?
I stole some clothes off a washing line in a backyard. I see the clothes hanging on the line. They look so warm. I was so cold, so I took them. But the guard had caught me. But I can't run, you see, on account of my lungs. Can't get my breath properly. So here I am. At least they feed you a bit better in here than in the Skibbereen workhouse. The workhouse? You was in the Skibbereen workhouse? I was, To be sure, but I ran away.
Here I am, cooped up in this place with you losers, when I have a home and parents. I'm above you all. What's your name? Well?
Ellen Carthy. Ellen Rose Catherine Carthy.
Well, Ellen Rose Catherine Carthy, my name's Molly O'Brien, and I think you put the finger on me. What? Coming in here with your pathetic coffee. You're a workhouse girl, a workhouse scallion.
Hey, lay off her, will you?
Yes, leave her be.
I will not. She's the reason I'm in here.
How do you work that out?
I broke the flaming workhouse window. She was inside, looking out at me. I remember her face.
It isn't so.
Eileen Fafty dared me to. She put this rock in my hand and said, I dare you to smash the workhouse window. I'm always up for a dare me, so I grabbed the rock and I looked at the window. It was worth it to hear the glorious smash. As I ran, I saw her face, the trashy looking girl, looking out at me. I swore if I ever got my hands on her, her life wouldn't be worth living.
Have you always been possessed of such a forgiving nature?
Listen, you!
Ellen, I think you're the wrong person. I think you've got the wrong person, Molly.
Well, I don't. But what if I have? Someone has to pay.
Have you always been possessed of such a forgiving nature?
I'm warning you. I want justice. I need to think. I can wait.
Margaret Santry, what did I tell you?
You were not dictating, Daniel Santry. You made my brother. When have you ever shown me any love?
Think of your ma.
Oh, that's rich. Coming from you.
She's going to need you.
Meaning what?
Meaning when I'm not around, you're going to need to be there for her.
Meaning what? Meaning what, Daniel?
Meaning they might hang me for what I've done.
They can't hang you. You're not old enough.
It's not so long ago they hung younger folk than me for stealing bread or potatoes.
In the name of the Father, Daniel, what have you done?
You all want to know what I've done, don't you? I can all see it in your eyes. Well, here's the thing. I attacked the police barracks with firebombs.
You did what?
You heard me, Margaret.
Holy Mary, Mother of God.
Don't blaspheme, you were brought up better than that.
Did you burn the barracks down?
Not exactly, they managed to put it out before any real damage. But I left the scorch on the skirting board and they could hang me for that.
Oh, Daniel.
Stop, I'm not to show any emotion.
He was always headstrong, even as a human being.
What does she know? She's only 10. Everybody thinks I should look after her. Isn't that a mother's job? Well, my mother's a bowsy.
What on earth is a bouncy?
I know what a bowsy is. They call vagrants bowsies.
Oh, so you would know then.
I'm neither a vagrant nor a bowsy. A bowsy is a person who drinks a lot. Then they drink a lot more, and eventually they fall over.
Patrick, don't mind me asking, have you ever fallen over? With a drink, I mean.
I have never been drunk in my life. Therefore, I can't be a bowsy, can I? And if I'm not a bowsy, I'm not a vagrant. I live in a tin shack. I have 2 young children in my care. I rest my case. However, I did get a little tipsy once on potato brandy.
Why do the potatoes keep going out to haunt me?
So I, Daniel Santry, will not be looking after any bowsy mother or young sister.
Shame on you. Will you look at this poor little one? She looks up to you. She admires you. She needs you.
She's a pain in the backside.
How can you say those things?
Because I'm a soldier, and I'm on the open instruction of Queen Victoria. I think instruction is the right word, but I have bigger fish to fry, even though I fried the Garda, and I think that's quite poetic if you think about it.
No, it isn't. It doesn't rhyme.
The thing is, they mix you all up in here, men, women, children.
Oh yes, I can see them all. Except for the men and women, of course.
I find all like-minded men who are supposed to risk themselves and not make fun of people. You're not too young for a clip round the ear.
Nor am I old enough to hang. Now what would I prefer? A clip round the ear or a rope round my neck?
Will you stop talking about this hanging? I cannot bear it.
Shush, little one.
Shush, little one. We listen to Mother Superior over here.
Oh, the dulcet tones of the Irish harpy.
Listen, you. I've told you once.
Once is not enough. I need continual reassurance.
Give you a thick ear if you're not careful.
Well, he wants to clip my ear. She wants to give me a thick ear. What is this business concerning my ears? Anyway, I've got 2 of them. Bring it on.
Ellen,
Yes?
I need to tell you something. Something important.
Go on then.
I'm 10 years old and I've never done a wrong thing in my life.
To be sure you haven't. You're very sweet.
They said I stole that sheep, but honest to God I never did.
They accused you of stealing a sheep?
Steal a sheep? Look at the size of her. She could barely lift a leg of lamb.
So I'm here, awaiting my trial, and I'm so scared. If I'm found guilty, I heard they could transport me to Australia. I don't want to go to Australia. I want to stay here with my mum.
You know what? I believe there's a lot of sheep in Australia.
John!
Sorry.
There, Margaret. Don't cry.
Ellen, I wish there was something I could do to help your illness.
That's very kind of you, Patrick.
But your coughing's getting worse.
I'll survive.
Do you have any aspirations in life? What I mean is, what do you want of your future?
Now there's a question. Well, I want to get better. I want to see what life is like outside of the workhouse. But above all, I'd like to be warm.
I'd like to keep you warm, Ellen, Rose, Catherine, Carthy. I'd like to become a doctor so I could heal you. I'd like to take you to my tin shack.
I'd like that too, Patrick McCarthy. I'd like that very much.
Ellen, your hands, they're so cold. I should call somebody.
No, don't. You'll disturb the others.
Ellen, there's blood on your hands. I need to call somebody.
Right, everybody. I've now decided what must happen.
Oh my, the cracking wakes.
I hereby declare I'm putting Ellen Rose Catherine Carthy on trial.
But she's sick. She's coughing up blood.
Everybody in this country has blood on their hands. Doesn't matter what side they're on.
I never would have credited Molly O'Brien with such a political turn of mind. In fact, I never would have credited her with mine so.
I need to call the screws, Molly.
If you do that now, Patrick, I'll have your eyes out. Then you won't be much help to those brats on the streets then, will you?
Patrick, it's all right. I think I must have just bitten my tongue. That's all.
None of you like me much. Do you? Think I'm a bully? A bully? Me? The only one in here worth anything is Daniel. You have to admire him. He stands up for what he believes in. This country needs people like Daniel. Well, I certainly need him.
Sure, we'll make a lovely couple.
So I'm going to bring this person to justice here in Kilmainham Jail. We don't grasp people up in this community. We stand fast together.
Molly, you've already heard Ellen say it wasn't her.
Here at Kilmainham Jail. Accused, tried, convicted, sentenced, punished. Then I'll be avenged.
The Irish justice system got a lot from this one.
I hate treacherous coffee sticky cow. How should we punish her? No food, no water, no one goes near her. Not even that vile snitch, Margaret Santry. Daniel! What a pathetic excuse for a Romeo. What's that vagrant Bowsy all about? If he wants to love her, he'll love her undernourished and dehydrated.
She's mad.
Yes, John Lane. Mad for justice.
You're crazy!
Crazy for revenge. Sure. It's a disgrace me being here. And who put me in here? Well, I want to see her punished. But the full power of chosen justice in Kilmainham.
Here, hallelujah, hallelujah. Rhubarb, rhubarb.
Daniel!
What was that?
Gunfire.
The sign from above. The justice.
Start of the rebellion.
You've got a new cellmate. And you, Cod, you be nice to the children.
Mr. Roach,
Oh, it's Mr. Roach, is it, Daniel? You've learnt some manners.
what was that gunfire? What's it all about?
Ask your new cellmate. This is Con Colbert. He'll be happy to oblige, I'm sure.
Mr. Rafferty, sir,
What is it, John Lane?
we've had no breakfast yet.
When you clean out your cell, then you'll get breakfast.
Mr. Rafferty, I think you should look at Ellen Carthy. She's sick. She needs a doctor.
We don't have a doctor at the moment in Kilmainham.
We have a Holy Father, a priest. He just performed at office. Hasn't he, Con? Maybe he might perform one in here.
Don't do something, she might die.
Don't let Ellen die. Please, Mr. Roach.
If she dies, I don't get my child.
What do you like, Molly O'Brien?
Mr. Rafferty, you seem like a reasonable man. She's sick. I think she has consumption. Can't you please get a doctor?
I'll send for a medic. I can't promise when they can get here though.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Rafferty.
Stop that now. This sentimentality is unbecoming.
Hear that, Ellen? They're sending out for a medic. I'm sure he won't be long.
Thank you, Patrick.
See, you're feeling better already, aren't you?
What you all staring at? To tell you the truth, sir, apart from the screws, you're the first adult person we've seen since we got here. Didn't your parents teach you it's rude to stare?
Some of us don't have parents, sir.
I do.
So do I.
Just yours is a bouncy.
Hush your mouth, child. You do not refer to any of your elders as a bowsy.
But her mother,
Stop it, I say. I was brought up to be a good Catholic, and I do not approve of drinking in any way, shape or form. Or smoking for that matter. You should not talk of it.
what did you say your name was?
Cornelius Colbert. I'm known as Con.
And do you appreciate the difference between right and wrong?
I was brought up to know the difference between right and wrong.
That's good. That'll do me.
Oh, that'll do you, will it? And precisely what do you mean by that?
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Shut it, John Lane. All I want is justice.
You call it justice. The rest of us call it spiteful ignorance.
Have your eyes up for that Patrick McCarthy.
Desist! The lot of you. I don't know what's going on here.
I want revenge on this witch. I want justice.
There's a world of difference between revenge and justice, and until you learn that, I suggest you keep your mouth shut. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Isn't it just the luck of the Irish? My last hours on God's earth, and I spend it locked up with a bunch of kids.
I never thought I'd see the day when someone was able to stop your mouth, Molly.
I need to write a letter, and for that, I need some peace and quiet.
Will you stop with all that noise? Ellen, Mr. Colbert's trying to write a letter.
She can't stop it, Molly. She's sick. How can you not see it?
And she's coughing up blood.
Well, you heard what the screw said. The medic's on its way.
Well, they'd better hurry up. Coughing is driving me mad.
It wasn't the cough that carried her off, it's the coffin that they carried her off in.
Don't say that.
I like that. That's a good one, John Lane. Did you hear that, Ellen? You're getting carried off in a coffin.
Don't ever say that again, John Lane.
I'm sorry, I haven't had my breakfast yet. Well, I haven't had my breakfast. I'm usually more ironic than usual.
Can't you steal us some potatoes as that's your speciality?
Is that what you're in for? Stealing spuds?
Yes, but I wouldn't be here if I hadn't got caught. That's the truth of it, Mr. Colbert.
What about the rest of you?
Well, now,
Oh, here she comes, that party face.
she stole a sheep.
I never did steal that sheep.
He's a vagrant. She stole clothes. I broke the workhouse window. But I wouldn't have been caught if it wasn't for that vile snitch, Ellen.
I swear I didn't, Mr. Colbert. I mean, I don't even have the strength to protest anymore.
Which to me spells guilt.
I very much doubt if you can spell the word guilt, Molly O'Brien. Or any other word for that matter.
What about you? You young fella, I'm talking to you.
Well, that's Daniel Santry, and he's very proud of the fact that...
I asked him. Let him answer. Don't you know it's very rude to ignore your elders?
I'll tell you if you tell me first.
What?
I'll tell you what I did if you tell me first.
It sounds like you want to play games.
I'm not playing games, Mr. Colbert.
Oh, you're not.
You may think I'm rude, but that's me. I'm to address you as Mr. Colbert, and you're to address me as Mr. Santry.
Mr. Santry, is it? Well now, I'll tell you what. If we're talking man to man, I'll call you Daniel. Is that all right, Daniel?
Yes,
And you're to call me Con. Agreed?
agreed.
Good. That's settled. Now,
What was it you did to get in here?
Man to man, Con. You first.
All right. Over Easter, I had a little skirmish with the British government.
Really?
I did.
That's fantastic.
Your turn.
I fought the police barracks with firebombs.
Yeah, there's still the scorch marks.
You be quiet.
That's a serious offence, Daniel.
I know, and I'm proud of it.
How can you be proud of such a terrible thing?
You stay out of this, Margaret Santry. We're talking man to man.
Margaret Santry, you two are related. You're her brother.
Yes, worst of luck.
What do you mean, worse luck? Families are supposed to stick together. Where's your folks?
We live with my ma and our father's dead.
Well now, don't you think you should be helping your ma, like a good Catholic son, instead of trying to destroy the police barracks with firebombs?
Says you just admitted you fought the British government.
I said I had a skirmish.
Don't we have the same aims?
Do we? I know nothing about your aims. How would you know about mine?
Well, I presumed.
Never presume anything, Daniel Santry. Do you know what's happening to the world? Do you know what's going on in Ireland?
Yes, Ireland is fighting for British rule, and if that's what you're fighting for, I'm willing to fight alongside you.
Listen, son, if I was going into battle, I'd not want you alongside me. You're too serious. Show me a man who's too serious, I'll show you a man with error of judgment. Oh, for mercy's sake, don't look so morose. Life's too short. Certainly is for me anyway. Where there's life, there's hope. Now quiet, while I write my letter. The curse on these wretched iron bracelets. Can any of you here read and write? Not one of you? Oh, what on earth do they teach in school these days?
The fact of the matter is, sir, we don't go to school. We're illiterate.
That's a good word for someone who can't read and write, I mean.
But I do have one gift. I can be very ironic.
Well, I'm certainly not illiterate. Yes, I've been to school and can read and write. What do you require, sir?
I need to write a letter to my sister, if I dictate it, mind.
I think I'm up for that, sir.
Good. Here's paper and a pencil.
Wait just a minute, Mr. Colbert. Or Con, if I may call you such.
That is my name, girl.
Here in Kilmainham Jail, we trade favours for favours. That's the prison way, sir.
I wouldn't know. Never been in here before.
But trust me, Molly O'Brien, that's a procedure.
And what favour would I be granting you, Molly O'Brien?
As the only real adult in here, no offence to Daniel, you're authority over us young ones. Wouldn't you say so, sir?
Here we go again.
I suppose.
I would like you to proceed over a trial in which Ellen Rose Catherine Carthy is tried and convicted for shocking me, putting me in this place.
Tried and convicted? You'd have her convicted before the trial even began.
Of course! I know she's guilty.
Listen to you. I would not want you presiding over any trial of mine. You're worse than the British government. I don't want the likes of you writing my letter.
Well,
is there anyone else?
I'll write it for you, sir.
Ellen, you can't. You're not well.
Sure, Patrick. Having a cough doesn't stop me from writing a letter.
Okay then. What's your name?
Ellen Rose Catherine Carthy, sir.
Catherine. How strange. That's my sister's name. Write this then. My dearest Catherine, this shall be the last letter I'm writing to you. It will be both the shortest and the hardest to write. I know you wanted to visit me, but that would have grieved us both too much. I'm told they're to execute me this very morning.
Execute?
Firing squad. You said you heard gunfire? What do you think they were doing? Target practice? Alright, let me concentrate. Are you strong enough to carry on, girl?
Yes, sir.
Write this then. I have left you my Bible and 3 buttons of my uniform. I have nothing else, but I'm proud to die for such a cause. You would have heard a volley of shots, Catherine, but not have realised they were for me. When you receive this letter, say a Hail Mary for the souls of the departed. Eamon and Michael have already gone, I think. Your loving brother Con, dated 8th May 1916. Daniel, there's something you can do for me.
Yes, Con.
In my bottom pocket, you'll find a white cross made of cloth.
Take me with you, sir. I would love to die such a death.
What?
Take me with you.
Grow up, boy. You've done nothing to deserve dying for. Come to that. Neither have I.
God bless you, sir.
And God bless you, Edinburgh's Catherine Carthy. God bless you all. Is it time?
It's time.
Can you do me one last favour? Am I permitted one last favour?
You are gone.
Get this letter to my sister, please.
Consider it done.
Oh, and another thing.
Say it.
Look after these kids. Give them some breakfast at least.
Kids gone? There are no kids here.
But who do you think wrote the letter?
You did, Con. It looks like the school of a man called Man to me.
Then who pinned the cross on me?
I don't know. I seem to think it was on you when we brought you in.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. The girl Ellen, she wrote the letter. And the boy Daniel, he pinned the cross on me. You sent out for a medic for the girl with the cough.
Con, there haven't been kids in Kilmainham Jail since 1850.
But I saw them. I taught them.
You were dreaming, Con.
Or maybe it was a ghost of the kids you saw.
Maybe it was. Okay, I'm ready.
I don't understand.
Nor me.
Con dated his letter 1916.
Wrote that there hadn't been any kids here since 1850.
What year is it? Somebody. What year is it?
It's 1849.
That's right. I'm 10 years old and I was born in 1839.
We've seen a vision of the glorious future. Start to independence.
Maybe this is 1916, and so
There must be ghosts.
I don't feel like a ghost.
Ellen! Something's happened to Ellen! I think... Oh, please, God, no.
Yes.
You can't blame me for this. You're looking at me like it's my fault. I may have been a bit harsh, but
A bit harsh. You wanted to deprive her of food and water.
See if you love her when she's dehydrated. You said that.
Your words, Molly O'Brien.
I never meant it. I was angry because I was in this place. Get up, Ellen Carthy. You're not dead. You're doing this to spite me. Get up!
She can't hear you, Molly. You can't hurt her anymore. Nobody can. She looks quite peaceful.
Her face is warm. She's warm at last.
Don't cry, Margaret. It's a better place she's been to.
I'm not crying. I just can't get over how beautiful she looks.